Nigeria is a very big country in West Africa, and you know that. So Nigeria has two powerful blocks. Nigeria has two powerful blocks. We have the northern and then the southern. Okay, the northern aspect has three geopolitical zones. The northerners have three geopolitical zones, and the southerners has three geopolitical zones, making in total 6 geopolitical zones in Nigeria. All right. In the north, we have northwest, we have north central, we have northeast. All right. In the southern side, we have southeast, we have south south, we have southwest. These three come together and make up to 6 geopolitical zones. All right. So now we are going to discuss law. I want you to appreciate this. Just pay more than the usual attention. We are going to discuss the issue of crime and civil wrong. What is crime? What is civil wrong? What constitutes crime? What constitutes civil wrong? These are the basic things you need to know as a person. Even if you're not a law student, even if you're not a lawyer, you don't need to pay to get this knowledge. All right. Now, crime. What is crime? Crime is any violation, any acts against the state. Crime is any violation of law or any acts or behavior, conduct that is against the state. Get it clearly now. That is against the state. That is crime for you. Civil wrong is infringement into someone's fundamental rights. That is civil wrong. Yes, the other one, crime is an offense you commit against the state. But this one is a misdemeanor against an individual or group of persons or company, as the case may be. When you hear prove beyond reasonable doubt, it simply means you must have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Any slightest doubt will be resolved in the favor of the accused. So how does it work? Listen. The two elements must be physically seen, must appear. They must marry before crime is said to be committed. One is mens rea and the other one is actus reus. We have the mens rea, we have the actus rea. And what is mens rea? Mens rea is the mental capacity. Now, like before you steal, there must be an intention to steal. That is the mental capacity. We call it mens rea. All right. For crime to say to be committed, there must be mental capacity. You must have notched it in your mind. You must have intended to steal. Yes, you must have intended to steal. Then the actus reus is the action capacity. These two work together. They are husbands and wife. So they gave birth to children, and the children they gave birth to are, you have rape, you have corruption, you have criminal negligence, you have armed robbery, you have theft, you have criminal defamation of character. All those things are the children of this father and mother that come together as mens rea and actus rea. So for crime, these two elements must work together. Now, take for instance, you walk in, let me give you instances where the mens rea and the actus rea work together. You walked in a supermarket. Of course, you know, most times there are persons who work in a supermarket. You work in a supermarket with the intention to steal. You know, because even the devil doesn't know the intention of man. That is why most times in criminal law, in criminal matters, it is difficult to prove beyond reasonable doubt. In most cases, because the intention must be there. If the intention is not there, there is no crime. So, and in most cases, it's difficult to find out if there is intent to commit such crime. Now, for instance, you move in a supermarket with the intention to steal something. You want to steal this power bank. Now, you have not the intention. Look at how do we know that you have not the intention? We now take this circumstantial evidence, the surrounding evidence, okay, surrounding you as a person, your conduct as of the time you want to steal. That is how we trace the mental capacity, the intention. When in the supermarket, you want to, with the intention to steal either a perfume or power bank, you now check to see if somebody is coming. You know that criminal behavior of somebody who wants to steal. You now check around and check up and check. Nobody's coming. Give away here. You steal it, hide it, and move. That intention to steal is there. You have committed it. And then going in to perfect it, it doesn't matter if you succeed or not. You have taken this thing from the supermarket because you feel nobody's you. You don't know that there's camera there. You have lifted it up, moved. Probably along the line as we are going, somebody came, you dropped it elsewhere. One needs to download you. You have committed crime. Crime has taken place because the Actus rules and the mental rule is what's there. They have married. So that crime is there. And what is their offspring? What did they give birth to? They not give birth to what? Theft or stealing. You get the point now. They not give birth to what? Stealing or theft. That is their children. And their father is menstruate, that is the mental capacity. Their mother is the actus reus, that is the action capacity, which came together to marry as husband and wife, and now gave birth to their children, their pikin, which is what? Stealing or theft. On that note, civil wrong, like I explained before, such as like you infringe in somebody's rights, you converted his properties, land, and all that, doing something that is inconsistent of the ownership of that person's property is a civil wrong. And the person can maintain legal action, civil action against you. We have other important topics that we will treat under crime. One is rape. One is rape. We will talk about rape. We will talk about manslaughter. We'll talk about murder. These are crimes that have punishment by the state. Now, in prosecuting a criminal matter, just like I stated before, the composition of this country, we have the northern and then we have the southern. In the north, what they use, the establishment of the law, crime there is the penal code. That is what they use there, penal code. So in the south here, what we use here is what? Criminal code. So the penal code has to do with the substantive law in the north. Every of their crime is established by the penal code. All right? In the south here, our laws here are established by the criminal code. The criminal code has to do with the establishment of the crime, the accruing punishments that is attached to it. So in most cases, in criminal law, you prove beyond reasonable doubt. In civil matter, you prove beyond balance of probability. Next time, we are going to talk about rape, murder, manslaughter. These are the basic things you need to know on the peripheral. All right? I will take it on the peripheral because law is a very broad topic. You can imagine those days in the university, what we do in university in a semester was what we did in law school in a day. So law is a very broad topic. These are the basic things you need to know before I move into the next phase by next week. Murder. Murder cases are punishable by death or life imprisonment. Murder cases are punishable by death or life imprisonment. Manslaughter are punishable by what? Life imprisonment in the north, that where they use penal code. Here in the south, we use criminal code. The punishment for the manslaughter here is 7 years to 14 years. Then, in consideration for mitigation and the judge using their discretion to mitigate the punishment, they can take 3 years, 4 years, and what have you. That is for murder or manslaughter. You know the difference between murder and manslaughter. Murder is when you intentionally take another person's life. Okay, when you intentionally take away another person's life. If it is proven beyond reasonable doubt that you committed that crime, don't forget, when you commit crime, 2 elements must come together, the mens rea and the actus rea. If it is confirmed that you intentionally take away someone's life, you have committed murder. But if you take somebody's life without the intention, it will no longer be murder. It will be reduced to manslaughter. In that case, there was no intention. Take, for instance, if you are driving, you have your driver's license, and then something occurred, something happened, incidentally, you hit someone down, and the person died immediately. If you run to the nearby police station to report yourself that you have killed someone there, and police will come back to you there at that point and confirm that the person is dead, by the circumstantial evidence, like I told us before, you have not committed murder. Police will investigate. One, you have your driver's license. At what speed were you operating? Were you driving recklessly or carelessly? Was it your fault? Did you hit and run away? These are the circumstantial evidence that police must have to investigate. It is police that will come up to say, this is not murder, it is manslaughter. But without the intention to kill. That is manslaughter. Here in South, manslaughter offense are between 7 years to 14 years. It can be mitigated to 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, depending on the, the judge, the court, or the nature of the case, the nature of the evidences against you. Now we have corruption. Corruption is bribery and fraud. Giving police bribe is an offense. Fraud obtained by false pretense is an offense. The offenders can be fined or face imprisonment or both, depending on the severity of the offense. Okay, the other one is sexual offenses. The sexual offenses, under this sexual offenses, we have rape. Okay, rape is punishable by lengthy prison terms, which serves cases potentially leading to death or penalty. See, in terms of rape, you must have to confirm that was actually rape. And for those of you who don't know, rape is completed upon the penetration of the man's bam 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 to the woman's bam bam bam. It doesn't matter if there was ejaculation or whether you enjoyed it or not. So long as there is penetration into the woman's lacotus lagramodosa, you have committed rape. And it must be done without the express permission or consent of the person, the victim. That is rape. And it is a capital offense. You must go for it. Okay? All right. We have drug-related crimes. These ones, the NDL, drug-related crimes, trafficking and possession. Penalties can include lengthy imprisonment, and trafficking can lead to the death penalty under the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Act. Now, the NDLEA, they take care of drug matters. That is their core. The NDLEA, they are in charge of drug offenses. We have cybercrime, we have terrorism, we have theft, we have burglary and licensure. Burglary and licensure, typically punishable by imprisonment. Can be 6 months, can be 1 year, 2 years, with terms varying based on the value of the stolen property. Break and enter. And let me tell you, the break and entry in the morning, the offense is not the same as break and entry in the night. They are similar offenses. Okay, we have human trafficking, where you traffic humans, and then we have what we call kidnapping and armed robbery. These are capital offenses. Don't even indulge in them. Not even indulge in them. So at this point, let me also tell us that by next time, I will be coming up live, possibly this week. I'm going to take one topic from this one crimes that I have listed. So in civil wrong, you prove beyond balance of probability. Yes, you can go to court, somebody trespass into your land, can go to court to seek redress. That is what we call criminal trespass too, when you trespass and cause damages. It is a crime for you to intentionally destroy some person's thing in the name that they are claiming ownership of land. There are two different things. Ownership of land, the land is my own, and the acts of damages in one's property is a different thing. So what we call that one is criminal trespass to one's property. It could be land, okay? And then defamation too. We have criminal defamation, we have civil defamation. Depends on the one you have in mind. So don't forget to share this live broadcast. Don't also forget to invite your friends. Next topic. Yes, next topic. We are going to take on issues that affect us really. And the full video of this, please visit our YouTube also at YagazieTV online. Okay, our YouTube account is YagazieTV online. There are things I may not have to tell us here. If you go to the YouTube account, we are trying to push some videos down there. You will get some lectures on this thing from now henceforth. We'll be pushing in some videos there. So anytime you see me come live here, I will just come live for certain issues that affect us really. But if you want to go deeper in the knowledge of law, you visit the YouTube account of YagazieTV, and it is at YagazieTV online. Today, we see a lot of warnings, and people are scared about 21st, 22nd of October. I don't know the videos that are going viral that people should stay indoors. Please be careful on that very day. On that 21st and 22nd of October, be careful. We don't know what is happening. I saw a video that if you come out, you'll be killed. We don't know how authentic that is, but it doesn't call for fear of whatever, but just be careful. If you are going out, you be careful. If you are staying indoors, better for you, so that you don't jump into what we don't know. I love every one of us. I wouldn't want us to please go take risk. So while we wait to see what is happening, be very careful. Are you a trader? Are you a businessman? Just be very careful with your movement. Let us see what is happening. I believe the security agencies and the authorities are there to protect life and properties of Nigerians. The rotation of power between south and north is not constitutional. It's a gentleman agreement wherein the two power blocks came together to say, on considering fairness, on fairness basis, meaning that if you give to this side, you give to this side. It is not constitutional. It doesn't have the force of the constitution. It doesn't have the constitutional backing. So, and if you watch, that is why when the North take for 8 years, especially the presidency, then the South will take 8 years presidency. It goes back to North again. So in most cases, you see one block, one geopolitical zone taken 2, 3, 4 times. Nobody will have to go to court for it. Wherever you're watching me from, please share. And while you share, you don't just share and ask followers, friends, to follow YagazieTV, and also follow our YouTube account at YagazieTV online. Thank you, and God bless you.